something that I really liked about this movie is the use of social media, like the way that you incorporate it in with like Twitter and
Sure.
Facebook. How do you feel that social media has kind of like changed the film industry?
I mean, it's changed so many aspects of life, and it has brought this sort of promotion, and branding and advertising has now become a part of everybody's everyday life, because people kind of create a version of themselves through social media. It's like you have yourself, and then you have this avatar of yourself out there in the social media world. And not surprisingly, that avatar is usually more interesting, having a much better time than you really are, And then, of course, there's the because it's so powerful, particularly Twitter, and so immediate. The first thing that people do when they walk out of a screening, if you've got a film on, is people will start running and showing you. They'll search the film on Twitter, and you will be getting an immediate response from that audience. Now, you might say, fine, some people like your film, or some people don't, but that's so be it. But actually, because it's so significant, it's so significant because everybody's checking that. So the immediate reaction of that audience on social media becomes a fact about whether the film is being successful or not. It's impossible to avoid it now.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're a different person when you're trying to put up stuff on Twitter?
I think I'm really glad that I was relatively old when all this started. That I think if I was in my early 20s, I think I would. I hate to think what I would look like on social media. Whereas now I'm fairly careful, and I was joking with somebody. I know directors and people in the film industry who will frequently tweet things like, traffic on the way to JFK is just like killing me. You think, you're British or Irish, and you're going, you just know that guy is thinking, everybody knows I'm jetting around the world, talking about how tired you are, how jet lagged you are. I have no problem with giving information to followers about what you do, because that's presumably what a lot of them are interested in if they follow you. But dressing it up in this kind of self-depreciating or moany, I can't stand it, and I think I'm fairly careful not to do that. I mean, I always think that I said to somebody else that it's a bit like, it's fine with your friends to say, I can't believe I met this famous person, or and they'll say, what was it like, and because it is a sort of, it's funny, or it's kind of anecdotally interesting.
Yeah.
But doing that on social media is like shouting it out to the whole hotel lobby here. And you wouldn't do that, so why do it on social media?
Yeah, a lot of stars nowadays have publicists that kind of look over their stuff for.
Absolutely. Well, listen, you know what? Casting decisions are now affected, or at least it is a significant discussion point that somebody has like 1 million followers, because they know that's going to be interesting and useful in promoting the movie. It's like the genie's out of the bottle. Like it's just, that is now part of our world.